My name is Patrice Morin Spatz. My friends call me Trish. And before I can explain about Nikki, I need to explain a little bit about me. I, for New Year's resolution one day, came up with the idea of having 52 lunches with random people. And went to a party. And Liz was writing a book at the time, and I've written books, and so I understood what she was going through. And we met for lunch, and it was awesome. And she told me how much she loved God. And that was really important to me, because it was something that I wanted to know a lot more about. And so then Liz invited me to her house. And she invited me to her house for a Bible study. And at that particular Bible study, this woman came in toting a pink Bible book. And everything about her was pink and fresh, and it was Nikki. And she participated in the Bible study, and since that time I have come to know a lot more about Nikki and a little bit more about the Bible. But the topic, what I'd like to speak about tonight, starts off in the Bible. In particular, it starts off Matthew 25:14, and I'll read you just briefly out of that. And it talks about, this is the parable of the talents, okay? And in that parable, as you know, this boss gives 3 of his slaves, and I hate that word, but he gives 3 of his slaves different amounts of talents, okay? After a long time, the master of those slaves came and settled the accounts with them. Then the one who had received 5 talents came forward, bringing 5 more talents, saying, "Master, you handed over to me 5 talents. See, I have made 5 more." His master said to him, well done, good and trustworthy slave. You have been trustworthy in a few things. I will put you in charge of many." To the one that he gave 3 talents, the slave brought 3 more. However, the last slave that he had given 1 talent to buried it and didn't get any more. And the master was disappointed with that slave because he didn't use what God had given him. Line on the page, break. John will understand that. Enter in my getting to know Nikki and Liz. For a long time as a business owner, I had been struggling, paddling, dog paddling, and I felt like I was really up to here. I didn't feel like I was going anywhere. We all have goals, and I picked up some of my magazines, Slimming Secrets. Let's see, here's another one, Slim, No Gym. How I Lost 90 Pounds. Suddenly Slimmer. Indulge Without Gaining a Pound. Beat the Bloat. We all have goals. I had goals, but I wasn't realizing my goals. And so then, over time, I began to talk to Nikki about my goals. And I began to say, you know, I'd really like to go from here to there, but I'm not really sure I know how. I was going by the seat of my pants. I started my first company with $1,000, and that's money I had gotten from trading in Coke bottles and beer bottles at the time they had those. And I made $1,000, and I started my first company, and we did pretty well. But I really wasn't getting where I wanted to be, not spiritually, and certainly not financially. And over time, Nikki has shared with me what I call little pearls of wisdom that to her were probably nothing. To me, they have made all the difference. We are now slated to get a job that for me, without getting into the particular numbers, probably take me, prior to this time, 10 years to make. And we'll get it in one job. Is that thanks to Nikki? In part it is. Because she taught me that I needed to focus, laser focus. The second thing that she did was she called me to task. Whenever I would see her, she would say, well, how's that working for you? you know. And I guess I felt that I needed to take that one extra step to be accountable to my friend and to do that one extra thing. So I'll leave you with this. Whether you're working for Nikki or working with Nikki, it's really the same. She wants to be equally yoked. It's not that she is higher than anybody, but she demands from people what we are capable of. She holds us to task. So like Liz mentioned to you, if you're willing to listen to the pearls of advice that she has, and if you're willing to follow those using your own discretion, there will be no stopping any of us. So I'm very flattered that you would ask me to speak. I'm honored that you would ask me to speak. Welcome.